Bonjour mesdames et messieurs et bienvenue dans mon quatrième épisode sur la grammaire des verbes français. Hello everyone and welcome to my fourth episode on the grammar of French verbs. In this episode we'll have a look at present infinitives. Infinitives are a form of the verb that is conceptual and is used in a variety of situations in French and in English. In English, present infinitives have two forms. They can begin with the word to, sometimes called the to infinitive or the full infinitive, but they don't always have the word to in front of them, and these are called bare infinitives. There is some overlap in the uses between the two languages, but also some differences. Let's go through the functions of the present infinitive in French. Firstly, the present infinitives are used after verbs of movement. These are verbs like to go, to come, to leave, etc. For example, il est sorti acheter du lait. He's gone out to buy some milk. In this example, the infinitive is acheter in French and to buy in English. Secondly, present infinitives are used after modal verbs. In English, we use bare infinitives with our modal verbs. In French, there's no such thing as a bare infinitive. For example, je peux faire des vidéos. I can make videos. In this example, faire is the French infinitive and make is the equivalent in English. Thirdly, present infinitives are sometimes used with verbs that describe beliefs or suppositions. Je croyais pouvoir venir plus tôt. I thought I could come earlier. This use differs to English, pouvoir being the present infinitive in French, where could is used in English, which is conjugated. Fourthly, present infinitives are used with the verbs that express one's desires or intentions. Je pense aller à la plage. I'm thinking of going to the beach. Aller is the infinitive here, or to go in English. Present infinitives are also used with verbs that express one's perception. For example, je l'ai vu manger. I saw him eat. The bare infinitive eat is used in English and the infinitive manger in French. The present infinitive is also used to give commands, advice, or instructions. Another situation where the bare infinitive is used in English. This is common in instruction manuals, care labels, recipes, and other written content. For example, laver à l'eau froide, wash in cold water. Present infinitives are also used after prepositions. This can differ a little to English, as the use of prepositions is quite arbitrary in each language. For example, je suis contente de faire des vidéos. I'm happy to make some videos. One difference to note between English and French present infinitives is that in English we often use a gerund, the form of the verb ending in ing, to use as a verbal noun. In French, infinitives are the only option here. For example, in English we can choose between saying I like to swim or I like swimming. In French, the infinitive is the only verbal noun allowed, so it would be j'aime nager. Now that we've seen the function of present infinitives in French, we can look at their formation. And the good news here is that there is no difficult formation required. The present infinitive of verbs in French is the form you'll find in the dictionary. There are some things to pay attention to, however. With reflexive verbs, the reflexive pronoun still needs to reflect the intended subject. For example, I like to get up at 7 a.m. would be j'aime me lever à 7 heures du matin. Also, ne and pas are placed before infinitives to form negative infinitives. For example, ne pas marcher sur la pelouse, don't walk on the lawn. The formation of passive infinitives will be covered in my episode on the passive voice, and past infinitives will be covered in its own episode. And that concludes my episode on present infinitives. I hope you found it useful. If you have any questions, please post a comment and I'll do my best to respond.